Welcome to the Flood Watch podcast. This is Congressman Mike Flood with the latest rundown of what's happening on Capitol Hill and beyond. This week, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed a joint session of Congress. I was honored to host Rabbi Abraham of Omaha for the address. With dozens of Israelis and several American hostages still in Gaza, it's more important now than ever that we show unwavering support for one of our most important allies. Sadly, since Hamas unleashed its brutal attack on Israel, the Biden administration has wavered in their support for Israel as they try to appease the radical pro-terrorist base of today's Democratic Party. This decision is not the Biden-Harris administration's only major policy error. Since Joe Biden and Kamala Harris took office, we've seen a record number of encounters with people attempting to enter America illegally. Kamala's lack of leadership as the administration's border czar is putting American safety at risk every single day. Let's just look at the numbers. There have been more than 8.1 million encounters at our southern border, 2 million known gotaways, and hundreds of individuals on the terrorist watch list who have walked right into our country. These aren't the only records Biden and Harris have broken through. Inflation hasn't been this high in a generation. When Biden and Harris took office, inflation was at 1.4%. Now it's 20.1%. Inflation is a tax on all Americans. And thanks to the administration's reckless spending, working Americans feel worse off today than 4 years ago. Looking to the future, Congress starts summer recess here shortly, and I'll be traveling around the 1st District to meet with constituents and other groups. I hope to see you along the way. For more details on my week in Washington, I encourage you to sign up for my Flood Watch newsletter at flood.house.gov. Thank you again for joining me for this episode of the Flood Watch podcast. Until next time, this is Congressman Mike Flood in Washington, D.C. Have a great weekend and be safe.